Hello there, my little goblins. Today we're here with Prank Kids. Not just Prank Kids. The new and improved Prank Kids. The Adventurer Prank Kids. The DPE Prank Kids. It's the Prank Kids you want. It's the Prank Kids I need. Now, let's go into the list and see. So first of all, we're running 2 of every Prank Kid because we need space. So, 2 of every Prank Kid seems pretty right to me. I tested out 3 of every Prank Kid, with besides Roxy's obviously. Didn't feel good. Water Enchantress. You run the whole adventure package. You run the 2 Water Enchantress, 2 Rights, 1 Wanderer Griffin, and 1 Dracoback. And 1 Fateful Adventure. This will allow you to pretty much do whatever you want. You're going to see this pretty much every game, unless you play against floateries. But I would say most games you're still going to be playing. You're going to be playing against Adventure. It's pretty toxic. It's really frustrating to play against. But when you're playing it, it feels pretty good. I gotta say, I love it. I love it when I'm playing it. So since you're going to be seeing these cards so much, and remember, floateries you're going to see a ton, I 100% am going to be telling you guys, Craft Ghost Ogre. This card literally won me so many games. I could even count how many games this card won me. And it's just a really good hand trap. You don't realize how good. So just so you guys know, this card destroys, not only does it destroy Fateful Adventure, which this card's broken, it also destroys the floateries field spell while they activate it, so the activation doesn't go off. So just those 2 cards in general destroys pretty good. There's a bunch others it destroys too that are useful. But those are just the 2 big ones, just to give you an idea. It's also very good against Sword Soul, because even though it doesn't stop the token from coming out, you still destroy the actual, you destroy Moye. So, pretty good if you ask me. We're going to run 3 Ghost Ogre, 3 Ash Blossom. We run 2 Nibiru. We ran 3 for a bit, didn't feel good. So we're running 2. We're running 2 Crossout. This possibly could go to 3. And if you put Crossout to 3, not sure what you take out. Maybe just 1. Imperm's too, really good right now. So I think 2's probably fine. 3 Droplet, 3 Imperm, you need them. I'm not kidding you when I say you need them. This format is crazy. Having these negates really, really helps, especially when you're fighting Griffins and stuff like that, turn 2. Now let's look at the extra deck, because this is pretty standard. The extra deck, we got the DPE, we got the Verte, we got Link Spiders. You know why we got Link Spiders? Because Link Spiders can be made from tokens, the Adventure tokens, and they also can be made from the token you get from Prank Kids Pranks. So that's pretty big, and that allows us to go into Verte from the token. We run 1 of each Rocket Ride and Washer. You don't really go into them, but I have gone into Rocket Ride sometimes to go into Rip and Roar. Rocket Ride's a good way of going into that card, especially if you're going to deal with a back row deck. Now, we run 2 Meow Meow, 2 Doodly Doo, 1 Bow Wow, 2 Battle Butler, and an access code to finish things off. And that's the deck. This deck performed pretty damn well. You can watch the live games if you go to my Twitch. It's in the description. Now let's get to the games. Hello, my friends, my little goblins. I've been waiting for you. We're playing against Miku, and he max sees us like a naughty little boy or girl. I don't judge. Well, we don't got Maxi, so we can't cross out designate. It's whatever, honestly. We have Faithful Adventure, though. And we get rid of the... We get Wandering Griffin because we activate Wandering Griffin on his turn. So his secret password, we Wandering Griffin the secret password because it's going to get the other live card, which gets his monster. So this is pretty much what's going to happen. He's going to Imperm the Wandering Griffin. We have to activate in response. And the reason why we have to activate in response is because if it just gets this, we can keep searching it out with the Venture. So there's no point not to do it. He gets Lilia. Summons a Lilia. Droplet. We're gonna stop it. I'm hoping that when I do this, I hope that he doesn't have any follow-up. Because the deck's usually pretty reliant on normal summons, but he ended up having the other Kiki that you can special summon. So kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's fine. So he ends up going into Evil Twin Lala after the kill. So, and this is where I'm gonna Nibiru. It sacrifices my token and my Draco back, but if I didn't Nibiru, it was gonna get a lot worse. So it is what it is, but pretty good. Now you're gonna see why the Fateful Adventure is broken, because we literally get Water Enchantress, we discard Water Enchantress because you have to discard, then we get Right, because Water Enchantress activates from the graveyard. Stupid, right? So now we have a token, and now the token's gonna go into a Link Spider, and that's gonna go into Verte. And now we have a DPE. I'm gonna say that's pretty good, isn't it? Having DPE against our opponent. So he activates Live Twin, right? Because he set this card hoping, like, thinking he might need it or some shit. I don't know. I don't know why he said it personally. We pop it. He's gonna activate Droplet. I'm like, he has no more cards. Imperm's gonna do him in. Miki's like, oh my god, I can't play with my little waifus. Oh. And that's that. Alrighty, we're here for game 2. So we are actually... He's gonna maxi us again on Water Enchantress. So this time we're not actually giving him a special summon. We're just gonna hold the right. It is what it is. We have Ghost Ogre, which is a really good hand trap, and we're playing as Numeron, and you're gonna see how good of a hand trap this card is. Look at this. Ghost Ogre. Beep boop pop. Beep boop pop. Like, come on, dude. I don't know why. I feel like this card needs to be played by, like, everyone. It's so good. You play right. We summon our card. You go into Meow Meow. I mean, this is like... It's good. It's really hard for this. Because if I think about it, if I go into Battle Butler, how is he going to ever, like, do his, like, little combo? You know? But since he has an open board, I'm looking to go for lethal. So we discard the Draco back. So you always want to, if you have Draco back, you always want to discard it to the effect because it automatically attaches itself to the token. So you're actually not getting rid of it. We doodly do. So this is a misplay on my part, but it literally doesn't matter, to be completely honest. But the misplay is I should have bounced with the Draco back before going into this link. That way he would have been forced to use Imperm on something like the Griffin, and I would have got the full doodle-doo effect off. We just tribute, because we haven't used our tribute summon yet, for Dasher, and we're just like, let's go for lethal. No point not going lethal, right? Come on, baby. This is why the guy's name was Slime Yugioh. I wonder why, because he's playing a slime deck. We're playing Adventure, we're not much better though. Are you guys ready for the dirty little goblin known as Cliche? Cause I'm gonna be real with you. This man's annoying as hell. He's gonna go into Maxi. I really can't do anything from this point. We grab Draco back from the Fateful Adventure. And he's gonna play Eldritch, so that's life. There's something to be said about me just activating Fateful Adventure to grab Griffin, discard Water Enchantress, just because it's a free discard. You know what I mean? And that's I feel like I should have just done that, but it's fine. Honestly, the biggest misplay this Cliche makes this entire game is using his Eldritch to destroy that middle card and not destroy Fateful Adventure. When I say this card is absolutely broken, I'm going to show you why. This game showcases why this card is so broken. Alright, we draw Fusion Destiny. That's a pretty good draw, not gonna lie. But we got right. Activate right. Then we're gonna activate this. We're gonna discard the Draco back. Ends up adding it. You know how the combo works. I mean, you should. I mean, it takes like 2 seconds to understand it. So we activate Wandering Adventure. Wandering Griffin. We just set it in defense because we can't really go over his monsters. You go over DPE. And I misclick here. I DPE his Eldritch. I meant to... First of all, when you have Destiny here on the field, you can just keep targeting Draco back. So I meant the Draco back is Eldland. But yep, he's gonna draw 2. I'm just gonna activate Rider on that. Just want to cut his resources off as much as possible. He's gonna activate the Cursed Eldland, which again, really annoying on my part. But the good thing is, his monsters are only 2100 attack. So Haquero's scary, because Haquero could start banishing cards from my graveyard. I don't want him to hit my Celestial. So we just pop that immediately, because we know where he placed it. Alright. And the reason why, if our opponent was smart, if he switched the Eldritches to attack, right? I'd be forced to use DPE to pop one of these, not that, because this can only take 1 hit. And then the second hit would destroy it. So we go Griffin because we draw cross out. And this is the thing. So he has Skill Drain. We activate Griffin to Skill Drain, and then we get Cursed Eldlanded, which is kind of annoying. We knew he had it, but I didn't think he would do it because I'm going to show you this right now. This is how stupid this was. Like, I don't understand. Yes, you negate my DPE, but I'm going to attack you for 2k, right? He's going to summon Eldritch. Who cares? But look, we can bounce Skill Drain back to his hand every single time. And here we decide, hey, you know what? We're going to activate the ability. It's kind of funny because we exile and then grab another Imperm. Imperm's pretty bad in this matchup, to be honest. Doodly-doo. We're just going to combo. I'm actually going to speed through this because, I mean, Fancies is going to send that to the graveyard. And just, this is how you do the combo, in case you guys were wondering. Like, if you're going to actually go for the legitimate combo of getting out Battle Boss, we're not going for Battle Boss here. We actually just go for Rocket Ride. So, Battle Boss isn't very good against Eldritch. So, we're actually going to go for building Rip and Roar. So, we end up summoning from the graveyard. We go into Rip and Roar Rip and Roar Roaster. Rooster? I don't fucking know. I think it's supposed to be a roller coaster. But we pop his back row once. And then he sets, and then we pop it again. He destroyed 4 cards in his back row, but his back row, remember, keeps resetting themselves. So he's going to bring back his Eldritch. But remember, he can only activate this once per turn, so our Adventure token still lives. This last card has to be Skill Drain because that's the only card we haven't seen. And remember, we bounced it. Other than that, this is getting real annoying. You know what's kind of annoying is you, like, to Skill Drain's activation, you can't Ghost Ogre it. You think you could, but you don't. Because it's not, like, the effect is persistent, so you can't actually Ghost Ogre it. Kind of stupid. But here, between our Prank Kids pranks, we're just gonna try, like, grind out our opponent. Like, look. It's actually kind of crazy if you think about it. Now we're going to Bow Wow Bark. We're gonna lower his attack permanently. So, I'm not sure. This must be an effect from the Skill Drain, but He's supposed to be unaffected by all cards. I'm not sure why his attack lowered, to be completely honest with you. It was a little strange. But we activate on his draw step. There we go. We got Battle Butler in hand. But we have another plan. We have Rip and Roar in the graveyard. So our plan is to also go into Rip and Roar. So as long as we can keep our opponent to 1 Eldritch, we're going to win this game. Like, he's already at 3,000 life. We're burning him out. We're actually burning him out with Lampsies. And we're healing through this because of our Dropsies. So we go into Battle Butler. Now, my big mistake here, I actually do a pretty big mistake. I should have put Fancies first. I should have put that last. Because Fancies is going to force us to send a card to the graveyard. Which we actually didn't want to do because we only had 2 cards in the deck that we actually could summon. So we end up having kind of short material. But it's fine. Trust me, it's fine. We pop the back row. He activates Skill Drain now. I think he's at the point of no return, to be completely honest. We bounce the Skill Drain. Like I said, like, if he took out Adventure in the beginning, this game was lost. There's 0 chance we win this. Since he kept this, now we win the game. So, again, bring out TPE. He's going to summon... Honestly, I feel like he's just doing this to troll me at this point. I think he's already given up, to be completely honest. We just pop. We pop 1 Skill Drain. Draco back comes back. And the Shabing Shaboom. The Eldritch player suffers. I don't know if I can even talk to people, though, because, I mean, we're playing... Anything with Adventure is pretty cringe at this point.
Congratulations on winning the prize! Something I could only have wished to obtain. Joey stole my chance at riches with his sister's eye surgery.
Come on, Yugi, you know she needed to see.
I will not come on. I needed a set of wheels more than she needed to see. Also, follow this duelist and leave a comment down below what's your most hated card that came out.
Alright. So, I want this game to be a more educational game, so you guys can kind of see how you do the combo, in case you guys are curious. So this is a basic combo when you're going first. You go into Meow Meow. He's going to Ash, but we have Cross Out. It is what it is. It's called getting outplayed, Yugioh. Like, I just want you guys to see mainly the Prank Kids combo. Right? So, you always want to go second with Fancies. I mean, you don't always have to go second. You can go first with it. But, like, just make sure you know what spell you're sending to the graveyard. We send Pandemonium. Doodly Doo is going to be grabbing our pranks. Then we go into a second Doodly Doo. The reason we go into second Doodly Doo is when Pranks activates, we're actually not going to have enough material in the graveyard where to actually send back. Like, we're going to have to cut into one of our main cards that we can't cut into. And we're not going to get the combo off. So that's the main reason why we do a second Doodly Doo, because we just wouldn't have enough material at this point. So we banish the Roxy's in hand. We get a draw. And so this is pretty much the combo. I just want to point this out. We draw, we get lucky, we get the right. So now we can get the full adventure package out too, which is pretty insane. So what this does on his upstep is on his draw phase, you're gonna send Bow Wow to the graveyard. You would grab Fancies and then Dropsies, right? And now all your Prank Kids cards are all immune to destruction. And you pretty much wait until he does something, and you play Pandemonium. And what that's going to do is you're going to go into Battle Butler, and now that gives you the double Raigeki, because you have Meow Meow. And it also lets you get 3 Prank Kids out for follow-up for the turn after. So your opponent will have to deal with double Raigeki, follow-up, and not only all that, you have Griffin. And you're going to have you're gonna have bounce from the Draco back because of right. It's pretty nasty. Think of it as us doing a full adventurer combo with DPE, except this is a complete monster board wipe twice. So if this guy's playing something that relies on monsters, he's gonna want to concede the game, and once he sees the rights, he concedes the game. So I just wanted to go over that real quick. Alright, now we're gonna showcase the power of hand traps. Maybe. I mean, we got Ghost Ogre and we got Ash. I wanted to show you guys how good Ghost Ogre was if you guys weren't sold on it. We Ash his Water Enchantress, but then he has Faithful Adventurer anyways, and we just Ghost Ogre that. Guess what? That shit's gonna be popped. He's going to sack Sangan to go into Almirage. So he actually still has plays here. It's kind of scary because even with doing all that, he still has healthy Fibrax. So if he did not have this, if we didn't have if our hand wasn't actually just insane, like we lose this game 100%. But since our hand was pretty damn good, we have both hand traps we wanted and imperm. We have perfect answers for everything. Now we have cross out too, so if our opponent does something, he sees the adventure, he just concedes. And this is kind of what I'm talking about when I was recording these games or trying to get footage for these games when I was playing on Twitch. Like, anytime I was about, like, even had a semblance of winning, people concede. So it's kind of hard to get a lot of these games fully, so I hope you appreciate the ones I was able to get that were fun. And this is going to be the last game we play. We have Thunder Dragon Fusion in our hand because, I'm going to tell you right now, we were testing it out. We ended up just taking it out for cross out because it just was not needed. Even in this hand right here, I'd rather have cross out. So think of it like that. Because cross out would let me stop Ash in case he had something to Ash me. So, and cross out would also stop the imperm, and it would have stopped the Biru. Right? This is why I want to point out, this is why we removed the Thunder Dragon Fusion for Crossout again. I was originally running Crossout, and people wanted to see the deck with Thunder Fusion. I thought this game was hilarious, personally. So he goes into Evil Twin Lala, right? And then he passes, because he has nothing else to do, right? And look. He just concedes, because he can't beat the token. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the games, and have a good one. Bye.